Good evening, students. So today we are going to start our third session. So before starting that, let's see what we have covered in our previous session. So we have seen the conversion of binary number to a decimal number. We have seen the octal number system that consists of digits from 0 to 7. And then we have seen how we can convert an octal number to a decimal number, that is this to this one. Then we have seen a new number system, that is hexadecimal number system, which consists of 0 to 9 digits and A to F alphabets, where A represents 10 and F represents 15. And at the last we saw how we can convert a hexadecimal number to a decimal number system. So I hope these topics were clear to you. Let's move on to our today's topic. So today we are going to cover computer arithmetic. So basically this arithmetic consists of binary addition, binary subtraction, binary multiplication and binary division. So as I told you earlier in the previous class, that computer system understands only the binary system. That is, the information whatever we write, it is saved in the form of 0 and 1 only. So this arithmetic is totally based on this binary numbers, that is 0 and 1. So how we can add them, how the subtraction take place, how the multiplications and this division take place, we are going to see in the upcoming slide. So let's start with binary addition. So as you remember, if you generally add two numbers, like if you simply add these two numbers, so the sum would be 5. And if you add 9 and 1, so as it is a decimal number system in which the digits are allowed from 0 to 9 only. So once you add it, that is 9 plus 1. So now the number would become 10. So generally the base is 10, and as we have learned that only 1 less than, that is if base is 10, that means only 0 to 9 are allowed. So in that case what happens? 9 plus 1, that is 10, means 0 would be here and 1 would be carry. So we will write it like this one. So similarly when we do this binary addition, so when we add 0 and 0, so it becomes 0, which is normal. When we add 0 and 1, that means 0 plus 1 become 1. When we add 1 and 0, so that becomes again simple 1. But when we add 1 and 1, then it becomes 1 0. Why so? As I told you, when we add 1 and 1, so simply in normal arithmetic, like you do in your mathematics, so when you will do it, so it will become 2. But as we know that in binary, only the base is 2, and only these two numbers are allowed. So similarly, it is converting this number to the binary one. So that means 1 plus 1 will become 1 0. That means it would be 0 over here and 1 would be as a carry, and then we will simply write it over here. So in the binary arithmetic, basically when you add 1 with the 1, so it becomes 10, or you can say 1 0, because only these two numbers are allowed. I hope it is clear to you. Let's see an example that will make more clear. So in the example, we have to add these two numbers. Okay, so the first one is this. Just for the simplicity, we have added 0. So I hope you know it, that we can add as much as 0 on the right side of the number, on the left side of the number, while keeping the number on the left side same as it is. So it doesn't change the number. I can add n number of zeros, but that won't create any impact on the number. Now let's add them. So when you add 0 to 1, it is again 1 as per the arithmetic. Then we will add 0 1, again it's 1. Then we will add 0 1, again 1. Then add 1 0, again 1. So I hope it is clear. It's so simple. Let's take another one. on this we have 5 ones and 1011. We have to add these two numbers. So let's see how the addition will take place. So similarly, we have added one 0 over here just for the simplicity of this particular sum. Now let's start adding. So over here we have 1 and over here we have 1. So when we add these two, what it will become? It will become 1 0. So what would happen? We will write 0 over here and 1 would be carry. Clear? Now let's move on to the ahead. Now again, when we add 1 and 1, what would become? It would be 1 0. So this 1, it will be carry, and now we will add this 0 and 1. So 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. Clear? Now let's again do it. 1 plus 1, what it would be? It would be 1 0 again. So 1 would be carry, and then we will add 0 plus 0, which is 0. Over here again 1 plus 1, that is 10. So over here it would be 0 and thus carry would be here. 0 plus 1, 1. Again 1 plus 1, that is 10. So over here we would have 0 and 1 would be carry. 0 plus 0 is 0 and 1 is as it is. So the sum of this particular these two particular number would be 1 0 1 0 1 0 and the base would be 2. I hope it is clear to you all. For simplicity, let's see one more example. Suppose we have to add with this. Okay, so 1 and 0, it is simple, it would be 1. 1 plus 1, again it would be 10. So that means 0 would be here and 1 would be carry. So 1 would be here. Now 1 plus 1, again 10. That means 0 would be over here and 1 would be carry, that is over here. 0 plus 0 would become 0. Now these two numbers, 1 plus 1, again 10, that is 0 would be here and 1 would be here. 0 plus 1, 1, and there is nothing below the 1, so that means 1. So the sum of these two numbers would be 1 1 0 0 1. I hope this is clear to you all. Okay, good. Thanks Mohit. Thanks Neha. I hope you understood. So now let's see the binary subtraction. So like a simple subtractions, when you have to subtract from this. So generally what is considered is we are taking a borrow from the next number and then we are adding to it. So that means we are taking it like, let's say suppose over here it is 19. So okay, this can be easily done. Let's take some other example. We have to subtract like this. So it is a simple normal decimal number system. Okay, so 9 minus 9, that is 0. Now from this 0, can we subtract this one? No. So what we will do is we will take one carry from here, that is this 1 would be here and it would become 10. Now 10 minus 1, it would be 9 and over here it would be 0. So I hope this is clear. Okay, this is simple arithmetic that we generally do. Now let's see how it works in the binary arithmetic. So if you minus 0 from 0, then it would be 0, that's obvious. If you minus 0 from 1, then it would be again 1. If I minus 1 from 1, that would become 0. But when I minus 1 from 0, then again it would be 1. The reason is this one would be your as a borrow. We are considering that before that there is one more number and we are taking borrow over here, making it 10 and then we are minus 1. that is possible. So from 10 when we minus 1, so that would become 1 in binary system. Clear? So this is how the difference, the subtraction, or you can say the difference is take place in binary arithmetic. Let's see some example for more clarity. So over here it is just a simple, so when you do zeros, that is when you subtract 0 from 1, that is 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 1 minus 0, 1, and 1 minus 1 is 0. Clear? Let's see the next example. So let me clear all the slide. So now this, let's start. We can't subtract 1 from the 0. So what we will do is, again we have over 0. So there is no such number that we can borrow. So what we will do is, again we have this 1. So let's borrow from here. So when we borrow from here to this number, so obviously this 1 would be minus, and over here we have balance 0. Now this would go to this number and it will make this 0 to 10. Now for this number we will take 1 carry from over here, that is making this 10 to the 1, and over here we would have 10. It is simple borrowing. So it would be like, we have this 1 1 0 0. So when we take 1 borrow from here, so over here it will become 10. Now when we borrow from here for this place, so this 10 would become 1 over here, and over here it would become 10. Clear? So now let's minus 10 minus 1, that is 1. Now we have balance 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. Over here we have balance 0. 0 minus 0, 0. Over here we have balance 1. So 1 minus 0 is 1. Let's understand this problem again. So basically in this problem we have 0 over here and we have to subtract 1 from it. Now as per the general mathematics, you can't subtract the larger number from the smaller one. So what we have to do is, we have to take a borrow from the next number. But over here again there is a 0. That means there is no such number from which we can take a borrow. What we will do is, we will look for another place. So over here we have 1. So we can simply take a borrow from here. Now to take the borrow, when this one will go to this position, so that is, we are now going from a higher number to a lower number. So in generally when you do in a math, like in your simple math, so when we go from 100 position to the 10th position, so we multiply by 10. But in this case we are doing binary subtraction, binary addition. So that means when we move from this position over here, so it would be treated as 1 0. Clear? So now this 1 0 would be here. So now over here we have, when we took borrow from here, so we have this 1 0. Okay. Now we have given 1 borrow from here to this one, this place basically particular. So this 10 would become 1 and over here it would become 10. So when we minus from 10, it is possible now. So from 10 minus 1 is 1. Over here we have balance 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. Over here we have balance 0. 0 minus 0 is 0, and it is simple, 1 minus 0 is 1. Clear? Thanks Mohit. So again, I hope this is binary subtraction is clear to all. Let's move to the next topic. So next we have a binary multiplication. It is also a simple one. Like if you multiply 0 to 0, that would be 0. If you multiply 0 into 1, that would be 0. Again when you multiply 1 into 0, that would be 0. And when you multiply 1 into 1, that would be 1. So it is kind of, you can say, if you have read about the gates in computer system, so it generally represent your AND gate. So I won't go into deep into that. because I am not sure whether you have gone through this OR gate, AND gate or NOT gate. So let's keep it simple. It is simple, like if you multiply 0 with 0, so it would be 0, multiply 0 into 1, that would be 0, 1 into 0, that would be 0, and if both are 1, then we will get answer 1. Let's see one example. So we have to multiply this with this number. So let's start 1. So when we multiply 1 into 1, that is 1, 1 into 0, that is 0, and 1 into 1 again 1. Clear? Now let's do for this one. Again it is simple, it would be same. 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 0, 0, and 1 into 1, 1. Now like we do generally, simply add them. So it would be 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, and it is 1. So the answer would be 1, 1, 1. So this is simple multiplication. So let's see another example in it. Now we have to multiply these 4 times 1s with 1, 0, 1. So let's start from the left hand side and then we will move to the left side. So when we multiply this 1 to all this, so it is obvious when we multiply with 1, so it would all 4 1s. When we multiply with 0, so whatever the number, if we are multiplying it with 0, so the answer would be 0. So that means all 0. I hope it is clear. We are just shifting one place just because the position as per the position. This number is at second position, that's why we are starting with second. This is at third, so we are starting with third position. So when we multiply with 1 to this particular number, so we will get this number. Okay. So now let's sum up. So this 1 with this 1, 1 0, 1. Now 1 0 would be 1 and this would be 1, and now 1 plus 1. So it would become 10. So that is over here we have 0. So that is why we have over here we have 0 and 1 is carry. Now add again 1 plus 1, that is again 1 carry. 0 plus 0, that is 0. 0 plus 1, 1. Now add 1 0, 1. 1 plus 1, 10, 0 and carry 1. 1 plus 1, 10, 0, carry 1. So again 1. So the answer is 1 0 0 1 0 1 1. Clear? I hope this is just clear. These are just simple mathematics. So now let's move to our last topic, that is binary division. So binary division is basically, you can understand, it is combination of your multiplication and subtraction. Because like you generally do whenever you are dividing a number, so there would be a divisor, let's say 2, and suppose we have a number 5. So this is your divisor, this is your dividend, and over here we will have quotient. And whatever will be the remainder, so we write it over here after subtracting. So if I go for this sum, so that would basically 2 2s are 4, and after subtracting over here I would get 1. So this would be my remainder, this is divisor, this is dividend, and this is quotient. Okay, let's see how it works in binary. Sorry. So when we do for the binary, so we have to divide from this number to this particular number. Okay, so let's start. So obviously for this one we have 2 digits, so we will take 2 digits as for the division part. So it will go for one time only, because either it would be 1 or either it would be 0. So let's start with 1. So when we go with 1, so as the multiplication 1 into 0, 0, 1 into 1, 1. Now subtract it, 1 minus 0, 1, 1 minus 1, 0. Now we will write this 0 over here. So we would have 1 0, and now we can see that the divisor is 1 0, and simply if we multiply it with 1, so we will get 1 0. Now subtract it, 0 minus 0, 0, 1 minus 1, 0. So now remainder we get 0, there is, and the question get 1 1. So that means when you divide 1 1 0 with 1 0, so the answer would be 1 1, or simply you can write like 1 1 0 divide by 1 0 equal to 1 1. Okay, let's see another example. So now we have to divide this number with the help of this number. Okay, so now we start. Now this number, because generally when we start, so we will take this one, so we can't divide this one from this, so over here we will place a 0 and then we will shift to the 1 place. Now let's multiply with 1, we will get 1001. Now divided, sorry, subtracted, so over here there would be a borrow from here to here and then here. Now it is 10 minus 1, 1, we have remainder 1, so 1 minus 0, 1, again we have remainder over here, balance we have 1, so 1 minus 0, 1, over here the balance is 1, 1 minus 1, 0. Clear? Now we will take this one over here, again we can see that it can easily go for one time, so again from this one we get, after multiplying 1 we will get this one, so let's subtract, so 1 minus 1, 0, 1 minus 0, 1, 1 minus 0, 1, 1 minus 1, 0. Again take 1 from here, again it will go for one time, so now 1 minus 1, 0, 0 minus 0, 0, 1 minus 0, 1, and 1 minus 1, 0. Clear? Now take this last one, it can go directly with 1, so when you subtract, so 1 minus 1, 0, 0 minus 0, 0, 0, 1 minus 1, 0. So we get remainder 0 and we get the quotient 1 1 1 1. So we get this one as quotient. So we can simply write 1 0 0 0 4 times 0 1 1 1. When it is divided by 1 0 0 1, so we get the answer 1 1 1 1. As I told you earlier, we can add n number of zeros at the left side and it can be discarded because it won't create any impact on our number. Whatever. नहीं है अभी. Sorry for the interruption, guys. So that was all for today. We have seen how we can do the binary arithmetic. That means how we can add binary numbers, how we can subtract them, how the multiplication take place, and how the division can be done. So all these four in the binary arithmetic has been done. Let's do a small exercise on our this binary number system that we have learned. So the question is, okay, now we have a question, how many digits are there in the decimal number system? So if there anyone to answer, we have studied that there are, whatever the number system, there would be one less digit, that is only 0 to 9 numbers would be allowed, but the total digits would be whatever the number system. So the number system is decimal, that means 10 digits. So how many digits are allowed? That is 10 digits are allowed in decimal number system. Let's move to the next question. So we have next question is, which of the following is placed as subscript of a number? So we have seen that whenever we are writing any number like this one, so we are writing something as a subscript. So what is this subscript was representing? It is showing us that this number belongs to which number system. So that means it is showing us what is the base of a number system. Clear? Let's move to our next question. Then we have, which of the following is the power of a digit in the unit position? So let's say we have a number 3, 4, 5 and the base is 8. So the unit position would be this one. So what is the power generally? So whenever we are at the unit position, so that means whatever with the number, its power should be 0, because whenever there is a number having a power 0, it is equivalent to 1, which represent our unit position. So that means what would be the power of the digit? The power of the digit would be 0. Let's move to next question. What is the base of the binary number system? So as I told you, the number system itself has the answer in the name of it. So that means it is binary. So in binary we have how many digits? Yes, we have only 2 digits, that is 0 and 1. So how many digits are there? 0 and 1. So what would be the base? The base would be 2. And then last question we have, which number system includes 10 digits from 0 to 9 and 6 letters from A to F? I hope everyone knows this answer. So in binary we have allowed only 2 digits, that is 0 or 1. In decimal we are allowed from 0 to 9 only. In octal it is 0 to 7. So what is the fourth option we left with? Hexadecimal. So I told you earlier as well, the name itself has the answer. Hexa, that means 6 letters from A to F, and decimal, that is 0 to 9. So answer of this question is hexadecimal. I hope all these 5 questions are clear to you and this number system topic is clear to everybody. So in the end, just last one question. Yesterday we talked about that 1 KB is equals to 1024 bytes. So I asked why there is 1024. So whenever we have seen the higher number we goes, like 1 MB was equivalent to 1024 KB. 1 GB was equals to 1024 MB. So why there is only 1024? Because in simple method, if you see, so 1000 is represented by 10 to the power 3, that means 1000. This is, and if you see, so 1 MB should be equal to 1000 KB. That is what we generally represent. But as I told you earlier also, that computer system understand only binary number system. So that means these digits are represented by binary only. So let's go to this. We have 2 ki power 0 would be 1, 2 ki power 1 would be 2, 2 ki power 2 would be 4, 3 would be 8, 4 would be 16, 5 would be 32, 6 would be 64, 7 is 128, 8 is 256, 2 ki power 9 is 512 and 2 ki power 10 is 1024. So basically this is the nearest number to this number in binary. So there are other definitions represented as well, but for a simplicity, 1 MB or 1 KB is equivalent to 1000 KB generally. So that 1000 is represented in binary as 1024, because this is the least number of bits. That means this is the least number of 10 bits you would require to represent 1000. So that's why keeping in binary representation only, you would get 1024. So whatever with the higher memory you would get, so that would, whenever we are converting it to the lower one, so then it would be as 1024. So that's why we have in 1 KB we have 1024 bytes, in 1 MB we have 1024 KB, in 1 GB we have 1024 MB. I hope it is clear to you now, to everybody, and this number system is all clear. If still anybody have any doubt or any clear, they can directly go to Learn Forward app, they can post their query, they can ask the questions, and keep looking into the Learn Forward app for more updates and for more chapters and the coming series we are